we have Buddha's mother, Maya Devi, Prajapati Gautami. They were all amazing women who were enlightened, and they supported Buddha to pursue his universal love and compassion. So for me to feel that feminine aspect of the Buddhist teaching is very powerful, and it was very nice to connect directly to the female Buddhas, you know, so with the local people. So and the food is amazing here.
Hello and namaste. Welcome to Today's Sambad. In this program, we try to cover all the sectors and try to raise all the undiscovered and untold stories with a different representative of different sector. And saying this, today also we have very special guest with us. She is Khandro Rinpoche, who is also lovingly called Guruma. And today we're going to be talking about tourism sector of Nepal and also the connection between Buddhism and tourism of Nepal. Let's welcome her. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
So nice to be here. So I feel very honored to be in this forum.
How have you been?
It has been wonderful. I have almost like 15 days here. And then before that, I also came again to Nepal, and recently I was on a pilgrimage. You know, so we have many powerful places here in Nepal, connecting to the Buddhist sector, and so many ancient sites. And then we went to Helesi. Then we went to the three stupas, you know, Bodha Stupa, and then Swambhunath, and then Namo Buddha. And I had people from America, Europe, Australia, and it was just amazing. So we just come back after a very...
So the trip is so amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was just unbelievable. Yeah.
So before starting to our topic, let's start with your journey. So how do you remember your journey?
My journey is that of I belong to a historical family of Himalayan yogis, you know, and so we have deep connection with Nepal, and especially the three stupas are connected to the timeless Buddha. Okay, and then with my own family, great yogis of Himalaya, and then they did many meditation in the caves. You know, and then had done and attained many levels of spiritual achievements. So for me, it was very nice to share to the Westerners. And then, you know, from a touristic point also, Nepal is an amazing place. But from a spiritual point of view, it is very divine. You know, you have lots of places connected to so many deities. We call Guru Rinpoche from the 8th century, and then my lineage is very connected to Guru Rinpoche, and then the great Tibetan yogi Milarepa. So all of these great masters have so many power places in different corners of Nepal, and to be able to connect and access these places and to share with the Western people, because they are seeking. You know, so for me to you know, to guide them, and lots of local people joined us as well. Yeah.
So you know, seeing a woman being a master is itself a very good thing for all women. So how do you connect this feeling of being a woman and being a master in this Buddhism sector? How do you connect this?
Yeah, as you said before, you haven't seen women masters so much, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, I speak for the Divine Mother. You know, especially in the Buddhist teaching, we have very high level of tantric teachings connecting to Divine Mother. And as a child, I was raised with awareness of understanding the divine aspect of the feminine Buddhist. What do you call? Like we have Buddha's mother, Maya Devi, Prajapati Gautami. They were all amazing women who were enlightened, and they supported Buddha to pursue his universal love and compassion. So for me to feel that feminine aspect of the Buddhist teaching is very powerful. And when I went to the cave in Haleshi, the local people asked me to bless the Mandarawa caves. It was very beautiful cave, and all the Rai people came, and I had to bless them. And it was very nice to connect directly to the female Buddhas, you know, so with the local people. So and the food is amazing here. We had a lot of local food, organic food, and then we were going into the caves, and it was like a tunnel, like a birthing canal, you know. And then we were moving, and then where the Guru Rinpoche blessed the nags. So in the cave there were so many, you know, like it was like a dark tunnel, but inside as you go it opens up, and it was full of blessings. So it was quite amazing, and had Western people, and they were amazed at the landscape. The people are so simple and pure, you know, and the food is so organic. So the Western people from Australia, America, they just love the people, and the place. Nepal is so beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Nepal is so beautiful. So with your experience, one experience, you know, being a women master, and also your experiences in this Buddhism sector, what life means to you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm educated in the West. I studied in America. I studied what do you call psychology, and I did my master's in California. So after being in the West for so long, then when I come back to my culture, I feel we have so much wisdom. We have so much to give to the world. You know, for me, as being a Buddhist master, Buddhism is so deep. You know, it talks about our human values. As a human being, whether it's male or female, we have so much potential in ourselves. So in order to explore that, we have to meditate. You know, and there's no better place like Nepal, because all the you know, temples and the monasteries and the caves have so much power. So when you sit and meditate and feel it, then I'm genuinely able to, you know, I can talk about it. I've traveled to West so many times, but when I bring people here, they can feel, because in every cave, every rock, you know, the nature, many great masters have practiced here. So people can literally feel it. So then they can like, oh yes, it's not just a story, it's live. You know, that's the beauty of Nepal. You know, everything is so live. People are live, and we should be very proud.
So talking about meditation, you just mentioned this topic. So how does this meditation you practiced in your life, and how do you explain this practice of meditation to other people?
This is a very important question. Meditation basically is mind over matter. You know, physically we are made of matter, you know, the 5 elements, and one fine day our mind and matter will separate. So now the world is pacing, you know, with so much speed, and people are psychologically, emotionally restless. So meditation is timeless teaching of the Buddhas to rest your mind. You know, when you rest your mind, your conceptual thinking monkey mind start to, you know, settle. So when your mind is settled, you have more openness, and you can connect to yourself, and you're not overwhelmed by your emotions and by your thinking mind, because you can always rest in yourself. And when you rest in a normal life, when you rest your mind, you can make better discrimination, better decisions, because you will be more discriminative. Otherwise, everything is, you know, drives you. But when you meditate, you can drive yourself, and then you can have a right way of making choices in life, be it relationship, you know, be it workplace, or this world is, we are doing so many things, you know, family. So if we are not in this restful mode, then we'll make wrong decisions, and there is chaos in the family, chaos in workplace, and everything is so chaotic. So meditation is the only way to bring calmness in your life.
That's such a beautiful line. And talking about this meditation and this generation, so how do you see these generations?
This generation is a very difficult generation, because now we are following blindly the materialistic world,
Exactly.
you know, and so our generation, like Nepali people or our own authentic people, but they just see in the TV everywhere, and they think, you know, they get fascinated by the outer material world, and so then they keep chasing, and inside you are empty, not happy, because we are not able to delve into ourselves, because we are always looking outward for happiness. And all our ancient teaching have said that happiness is within ourselves.
How do you find happiness within ourselves? Like, how there is any method or there is any steps? How do we find this?
Oh, there's so many methods. You know, in Hinduism and Buddhism, we are known for it. So there are so many granths, so many sutras, so many teachings. That's why the Western people want to know, because they have a lot of things about the material world, but they have nothing, you know, because they have lost. So we still have it. So I was very lucky. Since I was very small, I had wonderful gurus and masters who guided me. Then I go to the Western world, but I don't feel, you know, lost. Because actually I feel that I'm helping them to, I go there, not because I'm fascinated by the West, but because I have something to offer to them because of our gurus, you know, and our ancient teachings. We have so much wisdom. You know, I feel very proud.
You know, being a women master, how has it shaped your life as a master, being master, or, you know, sharing your knowledge, experiences to others? How has it shaped your life?
I don't think everything was easy. Being women is always difficult in our culture, you know. So I lost my father when I was only 7 years old, who was a great master. And my great grandfather is a known figure in the Nepalese Newari history, and he was very much part of a Himalayan yogi who activated all these stupas in Nepal and renovated them in 1919. You can still read his life story. And then, you know, then I lost my father when I was 7, lost my mother when I was 21, lost my husband when I was 37. So we go through this tragic and times, we all, according to our karma. But the teachings, the ancient teaching, help us to, you know, how to use, you know, the difficulties in our life as like a fuel to transform our hardships of our life into wisdom, and then you grow through your hardships. It doesn't make you, you know, depressed, because you have learned how to ride the sufferings. Because suffering is part of it. Nobody is free of suffering.
Exactly.
And you go to the West, people have so much, but it didn't stop. There's more suffering. Here, people have suffering of not having. There, people have suffering of having. So suffering, as Buddha says, is, you know, part of our existence. But how to make it as a fertilizer for your growth? So that is the technique. And through our meditation, through understanding the depth and the lessons, then you grow.
Exactly. You know, meditation is all about connecting with, you know, peace of mind, connecting with nature. So how do you maintain this connection with the nature with this Buddhist practice?
So, you know, if you have opportunities, then you go to secluded places, and then you know, there are certain teachings, you practice, and you equip yourself. But the main thing is not about running away from life. You are equipped, and then you become confident and strong, and the life itself is a platform that you have to use for your growth. So there's nothing to, you can never run away, but you can have space and then come back. And then everyday life, you to utilize those teachings and grow in it, while walking, where you're mindful, while walking, while talking, while, you know, working, and in relationship also. So these are tools that help your growth.
So as an adult, or being an adult, how do we perceive this kind of positive energies only? How do we make these kind of things happen in our life?
First of the most is simple. You know, there are so many methods, but the most simple thing is you are breathing. Okay, if you're not breathing, you're a dead body. Yeah. So when the first easy way to connect to yourself is connect to your breathing, your in breath and your out breath. And that in itself, when you breathe with awareness, that will slow your mind. Otherwise you feel anxious or depressed, you know, frustrations. The first method is, because everything out won't stop, so we need to stop within ourselves. So when you know, like, connect your breathing in a slow way, already your mental continuum, the pacing stops in that frustrated way, and then you connect to yourself and you be kind to yourself. We are very good at being kind to everybody, but being kind to yourself, you know what, you have a human life, you have done so much, you know, and you should be happy with what you have done. We are always looking for other people from where you get happiness, but we forget to turn to yourself and rest in yourself and be happy with whatever you did, good or bad. You are here, you are alive, you are breathing. How amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a piece of magic on this planet.
Such an inspirational conversation we're having, but because of time limits, so we have to end this. But before ending this, I just want to talk about your trip in Nepal. So which place you have been and how you enjoying this trip?
Yeah, it was a pilgrimage. It was a spiritual journey. So we went to the 3 stupas, as I told you. These are very powerful Buddhist stupas. One is Bodha, Shambhunath, and Namo Buddha. Then there was very bumpy road, but it was beautiful. So going up to Hadeshi was difficult, but once we reached there, it was just so powerful. And then we had to walk, you know, into the caves, but there was something about it. It was so magical, and I loved the local people and the children. So blessing all of them was so much joy. And then I ended my trip, and my Guruji also, he lives in Nepal, but he died. But his monastery we went, and we ended there, and we made deep meditation and blessing to our whole world, cosmic world. There is so much chaos now, you know, in this world, politically, you know, environmentally. So being here, I felt that, you know, I was able to send the blessings to everywhere.
So talking about also another place, Village Highland Resort. So you've been there, you stayed there. How do you feel staying in that resort, and how was the environment? Resort? Village Highland Resort.
Yeah, yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And it had so much view, you know, so it was so restful. And then also we stayed in Yak and Yeti, you know, for 2 nights. Then in Bodha we stayed in Tibet International Hotel. It was beautiful, and I gave talks to the youth, you know, and they had organized. So I had such a wonderful time, and I'm going to promote Nepal in future, because it is people are just Westerners were feeling so deep. So I feel very happy.
So at the end of this program, you want to give any advice or any suggestion to this generation's peoples?
Yeah, especially this generation young people, I really want to say that don't be so carried away by the materialistic world. You know, there's so much wisdom to just be happy with yourself. You know, there's so much attraction, you know, there's the internet and so many things and drugs and all of kind of, you know, distractions. Because that is not going to give you ultimate happiness. So being present with yourself and connecting to being a good human being and having a good heart, you'll help yourself and you'll help others. So then it is a meaningful life. Otherwise we are just wasting our life.
Well, thank you for your this important time.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed being with you. Namaste.
We had Khandro Rinpoche, lovingly called Guruma, with us, and we also had a conversation about Buddhism sector and the connection between Nepal and the Buddhism sector and ancient history of Buddhism sector also. So for today, this much, we will back with another new guest. Thank you.